All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that it is helpful. This is the first units section that we're going to be going over. So units 1 through 4. And the reason that Megan and I decided to do this is we wanted you guys to have an organized way to be able to add an ambassador to our team and walk them through a process. And this goes for any teammate that you add, even teammates that are not open to sharing, because they will be working through unit 1. The way we organize the units is that the first unit is for everybody, and then the units after number 1 are for those that are open to sharing at that point in time, okay? The first unit, you'll see what it's about, and you'll understand why everybody, no matter whether they're a wholesale ambassador or an ambassador that's sharing, needs to be looking at that unit. So unit 1 is for everybody. I want to make sure that people understand that, because wholesale ambassadors, people that aren't sharing, they need good customer service. They need to be treated like a customer, and they need to be aware of these products and what they're putting in their body. And the more education they can have, and the more resources, I think the better. And I want that to be, part of the process when we onboard somebody. Walking every single one of your ambassador through these units is going to be important. But for sure, unit 1 with everybody you add, regardless of their willingness to share. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show you all. I'm going to try and screen share here. Sometimes this gives me a problem, but I think I can do it. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can see my Facebook page.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I am going to go into Pink Freedom and show everybody how to access these units. It's super simple. And one thing I didn't mention is eventually this is going to replace the bulk of the pinned post. Okay, but I'm not taking that away yet until all our units are set and we are comfortable with them, because this is a work in progress. Things change, things like welcome graphics, welcome pack graphics. I mean, they change a lot. So we're still gonna leave up a couple things in the pinned post, but my vision is that we're going to have the calendar on the pinned post still, and we're going to have the graphics to save on the pinned post, and then everything else from the pinned post is gonna be put into units where it kind of belongs. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But again, we have to kind of work through this and see what works best for us and our team. So all you do is you go to the side over here and you click on units, and you can see unit 1. And the cool thing about this back here is as you go through a unit, you can check it as done, okay? So that it's completed and you get like a little trophy. So the first unit is called Getting Started on Your Health Journey. So Megan is going to go over this one briefly, and then we will move on to unit 2.
Okay, awesome. When you open up a product crash course on what to expect, you go ahead and click on that.
Yep, I will. I'm just trying to mute people so that they,
okay. Right, that makes sense.
Okay.
Awesome. So go ahead and hit see more. Okay, so this is what the entire post looks like. And the very first thing you do want to watch is the Plexus Crash Course YouTube video. The link is right there. You can click it right under where it says Plexus Crash Course. And this is an awesome video that has small testimonies, why they started. Whoever's speaking, they tell you why they started. They kind of explain what to expect when you're on the products, what you'll have to wait for to happen, because things aren't going to happen overnight. They talk about patience, consistency is key, realistic expectations, and communication is key. So that is awesome for everybody to hear, new or old. And then the what to expect video is the next one in that post. And the link is right there under what to expect. And this is an awesome video once you watch it yourself for old and new people, but also to send to your new customers and new ambassadors right away so that they have realistic expectations. But it talks about, you know, how you're renewing your body, how you're removing toxins and harmful things out of your body, replenishing gaps in nutrients intake. It talks about regimen, detailed description of your regimen, the benefits of the products, the separation of meds, and even your coffee. So it's a really, really good one for about what to recommend and why, and then the importance of water. So I just wanted to kind of give you those checkpoints of those 2 videos so you watch them yourself. I would recommend watching both of those so you are very, very familiar with them. And then as you go scroll down in the same post, it has all of our products, including our new Active and Balance, as well as MetaBurn, because that's a little bit newer as well. But it has a just brief description of each product and the info sheets for each product. So it's a nice, easy access for, you know, right at your fingertips. You might even want to cut and paste that whole entire post into your notes, because then you'd have everything right at your fingertips as well, and on your phone when you're out and about. So I just thought that was a really, really nice post for education as well as sharing, and for new and old ambassadors.
Absolutely. Just remember though that those links do not connect to your website, so I would encourage you to use those when you're sharing them with people. Is there another? There's more. Yeah. Okay.
And then the next one, project education videos. When you hit see more, this is another thing that you can copy and paste to your notes in your phone. But it even breaks it down, like the meat and potatoes, appetizer, shorter videos, and then what was the last? Just additional great videos to share, I think it was. And so this can be something that you can share privately. You cannot share these on Facebook. They are not compliant, so just keep that in mind. And those are very, very resourceful for, again, new and old, just to educate yourself so you're very familiar about what the products do for your body. I feel like just listening to those, even if you're a wholesale user or even a customer, it's nice to hear so that you understand what the products are doing for your body. And I feel like it helps you be even more successful, because you're even more encouraged to put them in your body. You're more encouraged to make sure that you get them in every day, and that you are actually being consistent, because you know that, yes, maybe tomorrow I'm not going to feel like $100, but I know that 3 months from now, this is what's going to happen. 6 months from now, this is going to happen, and knowing that what you're putting in is good. So
they're becoming an active participant. We're engaging them, and that's the whole point of these units. And so I think what happens is a lot of times wholesale ambassadors, or I like to call them wholesale customers, because that's really what they are, fall through the cracks because we add them to our team page, but we're not providing them customer service that they deserve and need. And this will help us do that. But we also need to empower them to be an active participant in their journey. And again, learning about that, like Megan said, is going to help them do that. Okay, I believe those are the only 2 things, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So from there, after that unit, and like I said, we may be adding things to that unit, but after that unit is going to be the units that we're going to walk sharing ambassadors through. Okay. So there's 1 unit for wholesale customers, or non-sharing ambassadors at this point. And remember, that can change, guys. It changes all the time. Megan didn't want to share. I didn't want to share. So make sure that we don't just, say that that's the end all be all. They decided they didn't want to share. Okay. We need to be offering that to them and talking about their wins. But the next unit is onboarding. It's a longer unit, but it again walks you through the different steps of onboarding. So I redid the welcome letter. I'm going to delete the one from the pinned post so people don't get confused. There's not many differences, but I did talk a little bit about our units and resources, and connecting with your sponsor, and a little bit about our trainings. And it still has the fast start on here, because that is part of what a new ambassador can take advantage of. So I want them to be aware of that right off the bat. So this welcome letter should be sent to them every single time, and you should duplicate that into your organization, obviously putting your information in place of mine. Following that is the resources specific to our team and from corporate, all in one place. Recently, we have decided to completely strip down our resources so that we have consistent and simple ways to engage people and people don't get overwhelmed with all the different things. So Healthy and Strong, we love it. We use it all the time. It's a great place to add your potentials and add every single ambassador that you have. They should already be in it, to be honest, but if they aren't, you know, add them. Add every single customer that you have to that page if they're on Facebook. Use it as an ATM page. It talks a little bit about that in here. I talk about what ATM means. So add, tag, and message. And then all the links to join these are here as well. So again, all in one place. Our 7-day trial group, which we have every single month that we need to be taking advantage of. It's such a great way for people to see our culture, to see and taste the pink drink, and really what it has to offer. I encourage you guys to set people up for success when it comes to these trial groups. It is a trial group. You are not going to change your health in 7 days. You see how easy it is to fit into your life. You see how it tastes. And you see the support in our community and the testimonies of people who have been extremely successful because they're consistent. So please be talking to your people about that and setting them up for success. You know, when people say, well, I did it for 7 days and it didn't work. You know, that is not what a trial group is for, okay? 3-day Biz Blitz. I usually don't call it that. This is the Finding Freedom with Plexus group. And so this is for anybody who wants to learn more about our opportunity. Every single new ambassador that I sign up, whether they want to share or not, is invited to this group and added to this group. Of course, I tell them that I'm going to add them. Whether or not they engage or look at it is up to them. But guys, I've had lots of people tell me maybe that they're not quite interested in sharing. They are added to this group and they see something that resonates with them. They see how simple this is, or maybe they hear a testimony and go, well, hey, you know, I'd love to get my products paid for. Be using these resources. Don't underestimate these two incredible resources. The other thing that we have is Finding Health and Happiness with Plexus. It used to be our former happy hour. Lots of great testimonies, great for potential. You can use it as an ATM page too. And then it goes into our corporate resources, which are our training calendar. That's usually placed in the comments of the calendar. I need to take that out because that's a little confusing. But here's the link to join that. All ambassadors should be part of that community, guys. There's so many awesome trainings on there. And then the Facebook page, which I encourage every ambassador to be, even wholesale customers, because that's where they have product trainings. Okay, they might be interested in that. Again, it's an offering. We're offering them these resources. The next part is the simple steps to start sharing. So this really just talks about how to keep it really simple. And I'm not going to go through every single thing, but this top part explains this image, okay? And literally, this is what we talk about all the time. Your why. Making your first post, thinking of your top people and filling out your 64 connection list and starting to reach out. And you'll see after this image, all those things are here. So here's the list of 64. Here's first post ideas, okay? And under the first post ideas, I went through today and I typed up what to say when people comment or like on their post, okay? It literally walks people through this. You as their sponsor are going to be walking them through this unit. You know, if somebody asks about price, if somebody asks about what this is, if somebody, you know, wants to learn more, it tells you exactly what to do, okay? And how to get your sponsor involved. I want to point out that it also mentions to please be asking them their preferred form of communication. Not everybody uses Facebook Messenger regularly, so you want to set that up, you know, your communication up for success too.
Should I go to
and then the last thing is the first reach out messages. Here's 2 examples of reach out messages. We can add to these I'm a huge fan of just being direct. I'm reaching out to you because A, I saw a need, or B, I think you would be a great fit for this opportunity because of, your loving personality and desire to help others. Whatever it is, be specific and personable and just direct. All you're doing is offering. And then when they say, yes, they're interested in learning more, you're going right back to the third-party resources that we have and connecting them with them, including three-way messages, which is up here as part of a resource. Okay, so that's that first unit. And I think that gets people started well. Like, it really gets people off to a good start. Like, these are the 4 things that you need to do. Here's how you make your first post, and you can guide them through that. All right, Meg.
It's really loud.
What's loud?
Sorry. I was muted. So I want to kind of go back a little bit and just point out in unit 1, in that first video, that crash course, it also does talk about going silver and avoiding financial block to continue. And I just kind of want to point out, because in that section of that very, very first video, they're going to hear about having budget concerns, accountability, getting accountability partners, but what you need each month to get your products covered every month, that whole idea of inviting people to your team events. And that's why I wanted to kind of comment on that, because it does walk them through even how to invite them to those team events that you just showed us that are in unit 2. So it's like a perfect flow. I just kind of wanted to point that out.
Okay, great.
So just know that, they're going to hear about this in unit 1, and it's going to help set them up for unit 2. They're not going to be overwhelmed and, like shocked.
Right. Like, there is a flow to this. There's a reason why we did this. We actually took Ashley Kinzel, who's a diamond now, her units, and really kind of dissected them and put them in a better order that we thought would flow better. So far,
it really works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So unit 3, I'm going to kind of look at it on my, as I speak about it too. But it's about the power of 3 in the beginning. And so it's that the silver and fast start is the title. So kind of a self-explanatory right there. But that silver rank up, why do I want this and how do I get there? Those videos are very, very helpful, because the 4 that's from Deborah, Timmy, Tara, and Sheila, Medea, they're all about the power of 3 and what that means. Because I think we hear that term a lot. And for someone who's new, they might not, they're like, I don't know what that is. So these are very specific, tell you about what that power of 3 means and what that looks like. And then also has the video from Tara Castaneda as well on Fast Start Gold.
And she's like the queen of Fast Start Gold. She has the most in our company. So
that's awesome. And then the second one is the Developing Silver Flyers. If you want to open that up, I don't know if it's easy for you to open it up real quick. This is another example of the document that shows us, maybe it's not, download to the left. There we go. That shows, it's like that pick your pace, right? If they're in the number 1 column, are they just product users? Number 2, are they baby steps and they'd like to share? Or are they 3 all in, they want a business, they lead this business, and they're ready to go. So it's really, really nice, because it's just that step-by-step list of actions for that person based on where they want to be and where they want to start. And it really helps you as the leader to not be scattered. It's very organized, and what for them to focus on right away and right off the bat. So I really like that document.
And take note of the top too, right? Because it shows you what to do before you get here, right? So in order to develop a silver, you need to be doing these things, because that's duplication. Your duplication starts at the point of enrollment, because how you enroll them is how they're going to enroll people. Yeah.
So again, that's why I said it a couple times already, but this is for new and old ambassadors, because I feel like we need to be looking at these as well to kind of remind us over and over. We always learn something new when we read things over and make sure we're familiar with things.
Yep.
And then Yep, I'm gonna get back to the other one so I can see it as well. The exact language to get your wholesale sailor sharing from Brooke. She just has a way of verbiage and wording that makes it really straightforward, super easy. So this video is just so nice because we all are so nervous at first on how to share. What do I say? What do I need to know? She just kind of, lays it out for you, makes it really nice and simple in that YouTube video about wholesale ambassadors sharing. And so I think that's just invaluable. Yeah. And then the last part is the Fast Start program explanation. I watched this video. It's something that you might have to watch and listen to a couple times, but it is very, very actually nice to hear somebody talk about what the requirements are, what the expectations are, who's eligible, how do you become eligible, how do you make sure that you get that fast start? Because people have actually gotten close to getting the fast start, but then subscriptions were not. So it's very unfortunate when you miss that tiny detail that could have gotten you, a couple $100 extra. So this is very, very key to actually go through this, watch this video, so that you're familiar, so you can explain to your new person who wants to do that and help support them in the right way and not let anything fall through the cracks.
You know what we can do too, Meg? If you can just make a note for us to add the Fast Start flyer and the Fast Start info sheet after this video as more posts.
I didn't even think of that.
That would be great. I was just thinking about that. I think there's two things. There's
one I don't know why.
Down the facts and the flyer. Awesome.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, then the next unit and the last unit that we're going to go over tonight is Unit 4. And this is the share, send, and invite, our simple sharing system. Nothing has helped my business more in the most recent past as just dumbing everything down. Every day I aim to share, send, and invite with at least 3 to 5 people and using our incredible resources that we've already gone over tonight. So the first thing talks exactly about our system and the videos that we use in step 1. It has them listed here for you. My favorites are the opportunity ones, and I like diamond documentaries, and that might be something that we can put up in here too if they're not in here, although I know that the links to some of those were not working very well, so I'll have to see, but I'll make a note of that. I'm not a huge fan of the product video, but you need to pick and choose. Some people love just sending the triplex video, which is like a minute long. So you decide what works best for you. Again, here's a little bit of a refresher on how to use the sharing system and then how to invite. You're going to be using these things to invite, and we've already gone over our resources that you can use for our team. I need to change that 5-day to 7-day challenge, which I will do. And then again, use our team calendar to know when we are having the events. And this is true about when these events typically happen. This month's a little different just because a lot of people are in Maui. So there's that. Okay, the next one is the road to recruiting. So I'll go ahead and open this so you guys can see it. But it's the process to follow when somebody expresses interest. We went over this briefly, but it's just kind of a roadmap, which is kind of cool. So you can print it out, you can put it in a binder or next to your, whatever you use to follow who you're going to be reaching out to that day. But when they are interested and open to learning more, you can ask these questions and then just kind of follow this diagram depending on their answer. And an awesome resource that I think we all have probably forgotten about. I know I had, so there's that. Links to product info sheets and product videos. We have a lot of these info sheets are in the first post, but here is all of the info sheets in one place again, okay, that you can copy and paste. And here is the block boost and accelerator. And we just got Nerve, right, Meg? I know that they're working on uploading a lot of the other ones that are older before our systems switch over that didn't get info sheets. So that's exciting. Now we just need a drop-down menu and we'll be golden. So we don't have to scroll through the shareables. Okay, so save to your notes. These are shareable videos from YouTube. The triplex one isn't on here, but this is the other empowerment one, the Nourish One video. I mean, you have to think about the potential that you're working with and what's going to motivate them or intrigue them, and then use the exposure or video, you know, that matches up with that particular potential. There's so many YouTube videos, and obviously this is nowhere near an exhaustive list. Videos that explain the welcome packs. Our welcome packs are forever changing. I don't even think we have one that's called Weight Loss Essentials anymore. So we might have to kind of edit this. And our variety pack is called something different, I think. But it does talk about the products, which is important, and those products are still around. So, you know, guiding someone to the Weight Loss Essentials pack is going to talk about the weight loss products that we have, and they are part of welcome packs right now. Ambassador Toolbox for the business. I absolutely love having a toolbox, and I keep them separate on my phone notes, which you can do. But now that we have units, it's kind of, you don't really need to do that unless you don't have access to Facebook in certain, you know, I don't know, on your phone or whatever. I don't know how someone wouldn't, but anyway, you don't have to copy and paste these into your notes. But again, these are ways to help you get started with your business and tips from people that are extremely successful. Brooke Hemingway is a double diamond. Ashley Kinzel's a new diamond. The opportunity in the triplex that's been up in the resources a couple times. That is from Almay Darling. The only thing that I don't love about that video is that the product packaging is out of date. Almay already said that she will never make another video with products because of just packaging changes, because that video, you know, took her a long time to make. So, but still great. Okay, here's the Diamond Docs. Great. Hopefully the links work. I will test some of them and make sure, because those were changed too, and new Diamond Docs were made because some of them were outdated. So hopefully that will work. Let's see how it shows up. Oh, great. So as you can see, it's all laid out here. The other thing I can do is upload, and I'm thinking out loud as I'm doing this, is upload the categories. There's a great list on our team page, if you search Diamond Docs, that has the different categories, like single moms, nurses, and I can just take the links off of those because they're not working, but at least you'll have their name, so then you would know who to search for to get their video. Would that be helpful to have that list in the same place? Okay, I'll do that. And then the last thing is about, well, not the last thing, second to last is about our compensation plan. Guys, if you can like really wrap your mind around our compensation plan, and this video, and in my opinion, is one of the most clear about the comp plan, you're never gonna leave, and you're gonna understand the power of this opportunity. Our compensation plan is second to none. So be educating yourself on that. You know, it took me forever to learn it, and I still don't know it like front and back. I have to check it. We have a full compensation plan in, you know, like written out PDF in our virtual office, okay? If you can't find it, go to the Help Center, type in compensation plan. So the last thing is why you want to lead with $199 welcome packs, and I'm hoping that Brooke's video is in here. If not, I will add it. It is. Yes, it is. Perfect. So this is going to give you a little bit more confidence when you're talking about these 199 welcome packs. I think it was Tara Castaneda, it's the Fast Start Gold guru, who kind of flipped the script in her head when 199 welcome packs came about, because it seems so much easier to sell 99 welcome packs, right? It almost seems scary to do the 199s, but she flipped that self-talk and she went on to only sell 199s for like the next 9 months. And it was awesome. So I encourage you guys to build your confidence and boost your confidence in that. And these 3 videos will be super, super helpful for you in doing that. So make sure that you take a peek at that. I actually updated this tonight, and it's kind of going to be one of those things that might just be part of the pinned post, because even these graphics, some of them are out of date. And that changes a lot, and it's going to be difficult for Megan and I to keep up with that and constantly be changing them. So we'll probably delete this from here eventually and just leave it on the pinned post so we can just add and delete as things change. I don't know. I think that seems the easiest to me, Megan. Or we can do it in both places. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. But that's it, guys, okay? So that's units 1 through 4. If you all have suggestions or maybe something that you think that we were missing, let us know. I obviously did see a couple things that we should definitely add that will kind of just beef it up a little bit. But these will be ever changing. And I hope that they're useful. My plan is to, when I get back, we'll work on the next 4 units and train on them. There are 10 units. There were 11, but we combined 2 of them. So there's 10 units. So we will have at least 2 more trainings, okay? Thanks for showing up, guys. I will go ahead and post this as soon as we're done. Hopefully I recorded it. Hold on one second. Yes, I did. Yay. Bye, guys.